And we're on our way to the bait shop. We're driving down some of these roads. If you guys have never been into like Ormond Beach, Palm Coast area or anything, they have these beautiful roads that you got trees. It's almost like a cave with trees over it with moss hanging down. There's a lot of beautiful places back here, especially if you want to go kayaking. There's a lot of great places back here to go kayaking, to go fishing too. But we're going surf fishing today, and so we're headed over to the bait shop to get us some bait.
What bait did you buy?
Just bought some live shrimp, and I have a ladyfish we're gonna try, and a bunch of finger mullet. So I already had a bunch of frozen finger mullet, so no need to get that. So maybe we'll get some whiting or some smaller fish out on the surf, and I use that for bait too. We're on our way out to the surf because we're going to try out the bait boat for the first time. We actually chose a spot in between Flagler Pier and Ormond Beach because there was less people, and I didn't want to be around a lot of people when I was trying out the bait boat for the first time. I wanted some space. Right now I'm trying to set up the bait boat that I have. I just brought it out. I had to make 2 trips. One with the regular stuff and with the fishing cart here, and then I had to carry the bait boat out myself. It's a little heavy, but it's not too far at least. So now I just got to put it together. I got to put the antenna on. This is for the GPS, and this is really for nighttime so you can see it, but I'm going to put it on just in case, or just in any way. This is our first time doing this, so hopefully it goes well. I'll probably need to ask somebody for help because my wife is going to film it, but the thing is, I'm using a conventional reel, so if I tag it on and I'm free spooling it, if it slows down, I don't want it to spider web, so I might go ask somebody to help me a little bit. Now I need to get the poles ready. I got spider weights or Sputnik, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, I'm gonna put those on, 5 ounces. I do have, for the large pole, I'll put 8 ounces on, and so when it goes out, hopefully it'll stick and hold it there. But we'll see what happens. We don't know, we just came out. We don't know how things are gonna go. But the one thing we wanted to try, we're going to do some drone fishing as well as the bait boat. So you'll see what happens. I need to put a bigger hook on, maybe. Oops. Got those ready. Now I got to go do the big pole. And the big pole I'm going to put an 8 ounce spider or Sputnik on it. And then I have my shark lead that I'm going to put on it. Here's my 8 ounce Sputnik. So I got that. Now I got to get my shark lead right here. That's one. As you can see, I can tie wrap it because this wire, you can't really keep it together, at least in a good loop, unless you tie it over each other. So I just put a tie wrap around it. I'm going to cut that. And then we're going to go get our shark pole ready. Let's go. Let me get this off. Okay. So this is my Shimano roller roll. And this is my Avet Reel. The Avet Reel is really for offshore and not really for inshore or surf fishing like this, but I'm using it for shark. So it's pretty strong, and it may be overkill, but I would rather go overkill than not have enough strength in it. Now, Avet reels are pretty strong, even if you get the smaller ones, but still, this is what I did. And my all roller roll, I have a 120 pound braid on here with a 150 pound mono. And then you can see I have my wire. And this is a 300 pound mono for a tail whip. So some of you guys may say, well, you shouldn't do your shark line like that. That's fine. This is my first time doing it. So it's a process of learning. I always feel that you got to learn somehow. Sometimes it's just by making mistakes. Hopefully it'll work well. If not, then I'll learn from the mistake and fix it next time. I'm gonna cut this clamp off, and I'm gonna tie this clamp around the loop, and then I'm gonna put this back on. You'll see. I'm gonna take that off, throw it in my bucket, so I don't want anything laying on the beach after we leave. So let's go down here. So you want to put it through one side first, like that. Take it up through, put it back down through, like this. And then I'm going to clamp it. And hopefully, if I did it okay, it should hold. Of course, it's just me pulling and not like a large shark, but it should hold. I got a whiting, or not, I'm sorry, not a whiting. I got a large ladyfish. We had one frozen for a while. Just gonna try that. Really, the whole purpose of today is really just to try out the boat and see how everything works. Hopefully it works correctly because I want the boat to come back. So we'll see how things go. For now, we're gonna go put our bait on and get ready to go. Now the question is how I'm gonna hook this. So,
Is it frozen?
yeah, it's kind of frozen. The thing is, see the hook?
Uh-huh.
So the hook is kind of,
It's kind of hard because the way it curves.
yep. There we go. Should be, it's behind this bone, so we'll see. I am going to put this guy right here. There we go. All right, so I put my bait boat in the water for the first time, and I have the controller in my hand, and I'm trying to do both at the same time, and a little difficult, but there it goes. It's on its way out for the first time. So let's see how this goes. Now the bait boat will go out actually pretty far. Right now I have it set to, well, I'm manually taking it out, so I'm kind of eyeing it, and based on calculation, to take it out about 400 meters. If it loses connection within 20 seconds, it should turn around and come back to the spot where you set it off at based on the GPS data. You can go out further, and in order to do that, you would have to program a route in there. So if you want to go out 1,200 meters, you can program a route. Because you want to set based on waypoints that you set, you want to be able to drop your bait. Because if you lose your signal and you go out far, you're not going to be able to drop your bait manually. You're going to have to do it automatically. And so thereby increasing, you need to increase the delay in between when the signal, when it loses signal and how far you want to go out. So if you want to go out further, then you delay it 2 minutes or something, and it'll go out another 2 minutes, drop a bait, and come back. But more on that later. Woohoo! First time!
Awesome. How much is that thing?
$2,000. Yeah.
Man, that is sweet.
Now we'll see what we get. Thank you for your help. I really appreciate that.
Man, what's your name?
Travis.
Travis, I'm Justin.
Nice to meet you, Justin.
If you need me again, man, just let me know.
Thank you. All right, it's our first time out. We took it out, it came back. I don't know how far it went. I was gonna use the drone. The drone wouldn't connect for some reason, so I gotta work with that right now because I wanna use the drone to take my other bait out. We'll see how that goes. But for now, so far so good. We just gotta wait on this guy, see what happens. Now we're gonna do some drone fishing. We're gonna use the drone to take it out. Here we go. I'm trying to fit. Okay, there we go.
Are you further?
Yeah, I'm going further. I'm only 400 feet. I'm out at 400, 500 feet. Where am I?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Can you see the one?
There you go. I dropped the bait. Oh, I didn't drop the bait. Aircraft not connected. Ah, see, sometimes that's what you get, the risk of dropping your drone. Sometimes it doesn't work out the way you think it's going to work out. So now I got to try to take this off, get it untangled, dry it off. I'll have to let it dry. Then I'll have to just see where the drone is after that and test it out, see if it's still working. Dry it off. This is the risk when you're dropping stuff from a drone, that when you think things are okay, when you're going out, everything looks like it's hanging okay. But if the wind and it jerks real quick, it could twist around the wing. So when you do the drop, it could pull it down with it. But luckily, it still had a hold of it, so we were able to get it back. But again, electronics and salt water don't mix. But we'll see what happens when it dries, and we'll test it out after that. The battery, we have 2 other batteries, so I'm not too worried about that. It's just a matter of the electronics. I'll take that off and clean it all, and then blow it off with, there's computer compressed air, clean it out, and we'll see what happens. After analyzing what happened to the drone, I was trying to multitask, and watching the drone go out and trying to keep my eye on that, I messed up by not keeping my eye on the line on the reel. So I needed to keep my eye on that too, and I took it out too far, and when it went out too far, I had no line left on my reel. It jerked it back, swung the line around the propeller, and then just dropped into the ocean. Thank you for watching, subscribe, and join us next time for more fun and mishaps.